The real question is, who has financial sovereignty? So I think the question is not only for Africa, it's for the world. And the questions that have to be raised, maybe there are 1, 2, 3 other important currencies around the world, but nowhere near the US dollar. What will be the role of crypto? What is the role of gold? So back in the 70s, all currencies were backed by gold. Once currency stopped being backed by gold, the whole world economy is based on the US dollar. And so I do not think Africa has financial sovereignty, and I don't see it happening in the short term. MNT-Halan is mainly focused on democratizing access to financial services through technology. And we provide access to financial services to businesses and to consumers. We operate in 4 countries: Egypt, Turkey, UAE, and Pakistan. We have served more than 8 million customers. We have disbursed north of $15 billion. Our core business is lending, but we also provide additional financial services like investments, saving. We do payments through cards and wallets, and we have an e-commerce platform for value-added services. The reason why we were able to raise so much funding in the past 5 to 7 years, and even before then when I started in 2010, I think is always because we as a company have always delivered on our promises. So managing investor expectations is very, very important. And once the strategy is right and the promise is clear and the execution is good, investors are happy and they keep on coming again and again and again. We are a data-driven organization in everything we do. And it starts off by servicing the customers, so we can see which customers are happy, which customers are unhappy, where in the journey do we lose the customers through the data. The scoring models all have data in them. We get behavioral data, social network data, in addition to all the payments data to do our credit scoring. Risk management is also data-driven. So wherever you look in the organization, you will realize that we are data-driven in our decision-making. Even our evaluation of our team members at the end of the year, it's also very well quantified and it's data-driven. Our relationship with banks is we're extremely strong partners. Banks support us, they give us funding. We work with most of the banks in the country, whether in Egypt or in Turkey, which are our 2 biggest markets. So they are the supply of money, they're deposit takers, and we are democratizing access to funding. So we are reaching all the people they find it more challenging to reach or more costly to reach through a wider distribution and through technology. We will be funding tens of millions of people in more than 5-7 countries and providing them with all the financial services they need, whether saving, investment, stock market investment. We will be managing the financial health of individuals and of small and micro business owners and giving them support. We're already in 4 countries. Obviously, Saudi Arabia is a big market that we are very eager to invest in. Africa, there are 1 or 2 markets. Central Asia is also a very interesting geography that we are studying. So if we're looking at a 5-year horizon, there's a lot on our plate to do. the real question is, who has financial sovereignty? So if the country has debt in foreign currency, then do they have financial sovereignty? So there is one dominant currency in the world, which is the US dollar. And 90+% of trade, or the vast majority of commerce, happens with the underlying currency of the US dollar. And if a country's debt is pegged to the US dollar, then there is little sovereignty, because then the currency comes into play, inflation comes into play, and the country or the continent is viewed vis-a-vis another base currency. Well, so I think the question is not only for Africa, it's for the world. And the questions that have to be raised, maybe there are 1, 2, 3 other important currencies around the world, but nowhere near the US dollar. What will be the role of crypto? What is the role of gold? So back in the 70s, all currencies were backed by gold. Once currency stopped being backed by gold, the whole world economy is based on the US dollar. And so I do not think Africa has financial sovereignty, and I don't see it happening in the short term.